Hey everyone, it's Max. Good to see you all. And I wanted to do this video to sort of give you a market update concerning the north side of San Francisco. What's happening in Presidio Heights, Pacific Heights, Cow Hollow, Russian Hill, north side of town, as that's where I specialize. And specifically, we're talking about properties that are listed or selling for $5 million and above. So what's happened in the market now? I get that question all the time, and especially now that there's been so much sort of happening after the pandemic, after a big run up of sales and appreciations and all this and that. And now we have higher interest rates and war in Ukraine and inflation. There's just a lot of things bouncing around. And how does that affect San Francisco high-end real estate on the north side? Well, we just look at the numbers and the activity and see what's going on. Right off the bat, the big, whatever thing that I saw or do see is that in the last 30 days, there's only been 4 properties that have either gone into contract or closed on the north side of town at $5 million and above. Now, that's not a ton of inventory, that's not a ton of activity, concerning usually what happens during, any given month, really. So that's a very interesting metric, I think, and we're going to follow that a little, very closely moving forward to see what kind of activity that we're seeing. On the flip side, in terms of increasing inventory, in the last 14 days, we've had 25 properties that are $5 million or above come on the market on the north side of town. So, that's not like a crazy amount, plus numerous of those are what I call retreads that didn't sell during the spring or summer and are now relisted. So that does sort of push the inventory count up in the fall. That is when we have the highest amount of inventory at any given time in the calendar year. So this is, the prime selling season for the next couple 2.5 months until basically mid-November. So absorption rates will be very interesting to see. But in terms of new inventory that's come on, there's a couple of properties I thought were quite nice and would be very, clear indicators of what's happening in the high end of the market. One is 3636 Clay, listed for $19,800,000. It's a 7-bedroom, 8-bath place, which has seen a lot of work done to it. They purchased it only a couple of years ago for $19 million, and they've done some work to it as well. So it'll be really curious to see how this thing performs. It's a beautiful home, great family house, with a really good layout, with the bedrooms all where they're supposed to be. There's some nice views off the top as well. It's a big lot. There's a lot of outdoor space. It's detached. It gets great natural light. It's a big garage. So it ticks a lot of boxes. So we'll see how that one does. The other property is 2824 Scott Street in Pacific Heights. That is listed for $19 million. This is a development, so it's a spec house, and it's 6 bedrooms, 10 baths, and every square inch has been touched on this place. So it really has been completely reborn, shall we say. And there's some great eastern views that are beautiful of the skyline, Russian Hill, Nob Hill, East Bay, so it twinkles at night. It's quite gorgeous. There's a great backyard. There's, it's a wonderful layout and high-end finishes. I think they did a really nice job. Scott Street there is a little bit steep, so we'll see how that affects it. But for both these properties, they're getting showings, and there is movement. I would expect these to take a little bit of time to trade, but they should trade, and then we'll keep an eye on those. So in terms of what's going to happen moving forward, we will see an increase in inventory now for the next few weeks before the market slows down, and it'll be really, really interesting to see how much of this inventory gets absorbed in the high end. And there you go. That's the market snapshot for now, and I will be doing these once a month so we can track certain properties and sort of see what sentiment is going, and I'll give you the insider look as to what's happening on the north side for San Francisco real estate. So thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you soon.